Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another podcast. Stay alert, stay alive. Last podcast we talked about the Maryland State HQL handgun qualification license, which we're going to be continuing in our conversation with that. But during that time, we spoke in reference to uh, the Virginia concealed carry, which PSA next level training also um, is licensed to train for as well. So today, what we're going to do is we're going to start off with the reading and information on the Virginia State concealed carry, and just give you some information based off of what the Virginia State Police, which also like the Maryland State police, are governed to issuing the licenses for those individuals who are interested in getting their concealed carry license. So, moving forward with um, our podcast information on concealed carry for the state of Virginia. As such, resident concealed carry handgun permits, Virginia resident concealed handgun permits are issued by the circuit court of the county or city in which the applicant resides. Please contact the applicable court for specific instructions on the application process. Non resident concealed carry information can be found in a different standpoint. Okay, so there is a difference for the state of Virginia residents as well as non residents. Residents can carry, once receive your concealed carry firearms through the state of Virginia in 34, 35 states, I believe, um, along with the state of Virginia, which is a good thing. And we're going to go on down and we're going to confirm that as well. I believe out of state residents can carry in 24 states along with the state of Virginia. So, moving right along, non resident concealed handgun permits. Um, the state police will no longer accept online courses. Okay, so for a long period of time, state police for the state of Virginia, actually the state of Virginia, you were able to um, take the course online. Once you took the course online, you submit your information to the state police for the state of Virginia, and they would process your paperwork and issue you a concealed carry. Now, which was effective of January the 1st of 2021, that no longer exists. You must, like the state of Maryland, go through a qualified, appointed handgun instructor to obtain your concealed carry. No more online. You have to go through a instructor and be trained on aspects of the firearm, which we'll get into later in podcast as well. Um, the thing with the state of Virginia is there's no real big deal as far as getting your license as an opposed to like a HQL or something that you have to get prior to. Um, uh, the issue is having a um, ID. Long as you have a driver's license, government ID. As long as you have a government ID, you would be good. But here's the thing: you have to be a resident of the state of Virginia to obtain a license when you go through. And my correction, you don't have to be a resident of the state of Virginia. You have to have your FFL. Because if you're, whether it be a resident or a non-resident, say for instance, you were in the state of Maryland and you wanted to purchase, oh no, you wanted to get concealed carry for the state of Virginia as well. You would simply go to a gun shop. You would show them your driver's license, but you have to do your federal firearms license application as well. Now, whether you're out of state or whether you're in state, you still have to go through that process. Say, for instance, you're in the state of Pennsylvania and you want to get your Virginia concealed carry. You can do so, but you're filling out the application as a non-resident. However, you still have to go through the proper channels of taking the course and going through the range and things of that nature to obtain that license. Once you obtain that license, you are a non-resident. You still have to purchase your firearm. You have to have your FFL, and you would have to go to a gun shop in the state of Virginia. Now, once you do that, you still have to show your FFL, and you'll have your license once you obtain your license through the state of Virginia. Now, the process that I just gave you is based solely on once you go through the initial concealed carry process. Whether you be a resident of the state of Virginia or a non-resident of the state of Virginia, you still have to go through that process. Then you would go through the process of obtaining the FFL and the purchasing of your firearm for concealed carry. So, some of the things that uh, we're going to be discussing moving forward with Virginia, as well as Maryland and Ohio and Utah and other states that require those situations to obtaining a concealed carry. Um, some of the questions that you may um, want to pose, and some of the questions that people have posed. Say, for instance, this here: I'm looking for information about concealed carry permits. Okay, now you can go to Virginia .gov for state police, Virginia.gov, and it'll give you all the pertinent information as well on what you need to do as a non-resident, as well as a resident of the state of Virginia. Virginia resident concealed handgun permits are issued by the circuit court of the county or city in which applicant residents or in which the applicant resides. Please contact the applicable court for specific instructions on the application process. Now, here's the thing with that. We found that once you go through the training, once you go through the process all together to obtain your license, meaning your training, the state of Virginia, certain circuit courts and counties and cities govern it a little different. So, Having said that, you go through the state police. You do all of your pertinent information as far as training and everything, but you still, in certain areas of the state of Virginia, have to go through the city court because they may have specific ordinances and things of that nature uh, to carry, as in opposed to the state itself. So, we're going to continue some more about talking about the state of Virginia and their concealed carry, and also about the state of Maryland and their HQL as opposed to their wear and carry, which is classified as concealed carry for the state of Maryland as well. But giving you some basic information and to get you started with some of the knowledge of how the states operate. The state of Virginia is a Commonwealth state. You can obtain your concealed carry license. Uh, you can get the training and go through the process as a resident as well as a non-resident. Once you obtain the uh, proper training through the state of Virginia, then you would fill out the paperwork for your federal firearms licensing. Um, at that point, you pick out a firearm that you're interested in purchasing and go through the proper procedures and steps in purchasing from that standpoint. Now, we're going to, talk some more about Virginia. We're going to talk about Utah as well, Florida also. We got a couple of states we're going to discuss some things in reference to as far as concealed carry and the preliminaries of obtaining a concealed carry. We're going to talk about laws in reference to being a concealed carrier because a lot of people tend to think that just because you have a concealed license, that gives you the right to pull and shoot an individual, but that's not the case. We're going to get into that even more in depth. We're going to talk about the flight flee, which is in the state of Maryland. We got a lot of stuff we're going to go over. So stay tuned. Thank you for tuning in once again to PSA Next Level Training podcast. Stay alert, stay alive.